Hello there, Walmart shoppers. Hey, it's Mr. J with a little math lesson for you. We're going to cover lesson 27 and lesson 28. These are a part of your online learning lessons. And if you're watching this right now, you're either A, bored on a Friday night, or B, you're already on vacation. Maybe you're sitting on a beach reading this. I don't know. Well, anyway, in lesson 27, we are going to demonstrate how to convert an improper fraction into a mixed or a whole number. So from there, we need to think about what exactly is an improper fraction, okay? If you look at this fraction right here, you'll notice it's not like the normal fractions we're used to seeing, okay? I've got a numerator that's 7, which is larger than my denominator, that's 4. When I've got a larger numerator than denominator, that means I've got an improper fraction. Make sure you write that down so you don't forget, although this should be review for most. One thing I need to think about is, how do I convert an improper fraction? Again, I need to convert this improper fraction into a whole number or a mixed number. Okay, well, that could get a little tricky if you don't know how to do it. First of all, let me change my pen color here. Let's go to blue for this one, okay? I need to think about how many times my denominator right here will go into my numerator if I were to divide it. I know that 2 will go into 3 one time. So there, I've got a whole number now. After I divide, I have a whole number. Well, let's see. If 2 goes into 3 once, let's see, 2 times 1 is 2. So just like I do long division, I need to subtract that. So 3 minus 2 will give me 1. I'll have 1 left over. Now, I basically keep my denominator the same, so I just slide this 2 over here. So my answer should be 1.5. All right, now let's have you try it. Hit pause. Okay, I'm guessing you worked the problem out, and let's see how you did. First of all, I need to take my denominator right here, and I need to see how many times that will go into my numerator. I know that 8 will go into 9 one time. So I've got my whole number right here. It will go in there once. All right, 1 times 8 is 8. So 9 minus 8 gives me 1. So I'm going to have 1 left over. And then again, I just slide my denominator over here. It should give me 1 and 1/8. All right, just in case you fell asleep on the last one, which happens, let's try this one more time. I need to start with and see how many times 4, my denominator, will go into 5. 4 will go into 5 once. All right, so I know then that 1 times 4 will give me 4. So 5 minus 4 is 1. Whoops, I don't know why my 1 disappeared there. I'm going to have 1 left over. And then again, I move my 4 over as the denominator. I should have 1 and 1/4. So I've turned an improper fraction into a mixed number. Sometimes you might have a problem like this. 6 over 3, and you'll notice, well, how many times will 3 go into 6? Twice, and I'm done. So my answers can result in a mixed number or a whole number. Take some time to convert these 5 improper fractions, and then submit your answers via Edmodo. If you look on Edmodo by our assignments, you'll see a link in there for a quiz, and you will be able to record these 4 answers. Okay? Good luck, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me, ask a sibling, check out Khan Academy, try YouTube. There's lots of different places you can get some help. Okay, we are ready to move on to lesson 28. And in lesson 28, we are going to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. If you don't know what that means by unlike denominators, basically what we're talking about is We've got a denominator here 2 and a denominator here 3. They're not the same. Can I even add 1/2 plus 1/3? The answer is yes, you can. First of all, I need to start off by finding the lowest common denominator, okay? And when I do that, I'm looking for the lowest common denominator. That means these two things, or these two digits, 2 and 3, have to have the same number. So we're trying to create a fraction that has the same denominator out of both of those. Let's see, how could I do that? I know that 2 times 3 is 6, so if I took 1/2 and I converted that into a fraction that with 6 in the denominator, how would I go from 2 to 6? Well, I know I can multiply. 2 times 3 equals 6. I need to do the same on the numerator as well. 1 times 3 equals 3. So now I've converted that into 3/6. Well, let's try this out with 1/3. Sorry, I have limited space to work with here, so I'm just going to move over randomly a little bit. So I also need to have a fraction that has 6 in the denominator. All right, well, I know I can multiply 3 times 2, and that will give me 6. And remember, you have to do the same to the numerator as well. So now I've got 3/6. If I add those together, I'm pretty sure that you can figure out 3/6 plus 2/6, excuse me. If you add those together, your answer should be 5/6. So how do I do it again? Well, let's give it a shot. Let's do some converting over here. 2 and 4. I need to come up with a denominator that those two are the same. Let's see. I know that 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. So let's do that. So I only need to change one of these. All right, so I'm going to convert 1/2. And I want that to have a fraction with a 4 in the denominator. Let's see. 2 times 2 is 4. So I have to do the same here. So that gives me 2/4, and then I'm just going to slide this over because I already have a 4 in my denominator. So I've got 2/4 plus 1/4. I'm pretty sure you can do that. That's 3/4 is my correct answer. Just in case you didn't quite get that, let's go to another one. Think for a minute. Think of a number that the denominator 2 and 3 might have in common. Well, I could just start by simply multiplying them together. I know 2 times 3 is 6. Wait a minute. I already did that one. Let's skip it and let's go over here. Well, let's see. I'm going to try a subtraction problem now. 5/8 minus 1/2. If I do that problem, I need to think 8 and 2. What's the denominator they have in common? I know I can multiply 2 and that will give me 8. So if I convert this, 1/2 equals, let's see, I need a number with an 8 in the denominator. 2 times 4 is 8. So I have to do the same to my numerator. 1 times 4 is 4. Well, I can just slide this over then because 8 is already in the denominator spot. And that leaves me with 5/8 minus 4/8. 5 minus 4, that gives me 1. And then 8. Do I say 8 minus 8? No. I don't subtract those denominators. So my answer should be 1/8. Now let's try one more. This time we've got mixed numbers. Can we do this with mixed numbers? Like SpongeBob said. No, excuse me, Bob the Builder said, yes we can. All right. Sorry for the bad humor there. What I want to do, I'm just going to put down my whole numbers, all right? I'm going to leave those there. We'll come back to those in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to convert these two. I know 2 and 3, those can be multiplied together to give me 6. Let's see. I know that 2 times 3 equals 6, and I know that 1 times 3 equals 3. So I'm going to move this fraction over. It's 3 and 3/6. I'm going to convert this one down here now. Again, I want a denominator with a 6. 3 to 6. How did I go from 3 to 6? Well, I'll tell you how. I multiplied by 2. So I need to do the same right here. Again, sorry, I'm crunched for space. 1 times 2 is 2. So I'm going to slide that fraction over here, 2/6. Now I'm ready to add everything up. 3/6 plus 2/6 gives me 5/6. Am I done? No. I need to add my whole numbers also. 3 plus 1 is 4. And there's my right answer. Take some time to try these 5 problems. And again, go ahead and submit your answers to this lesson on Edmodo. There will be a quiz on there. We'll call it quiz number 28, or quiz for lesson 28. Good luck, enjoy, and this is it for your math work for vacation.